Welcome to Politics Jamaica. Okay, let's listen these news clips.
National Executive Committee, NEC, is suggesting that the corruption card can't be drawn against Chief Executive Officer of the National Reconstruction and Resilience Authority, NARRA, Major General Anthony Anderson. The comment was made in a PNP WhatsApp group around the time General Anderson was named as the NARRA boss in late May this year. The PNP appeared to be discussing what points to use to attack the government's implementation of NARRA. It was suggested that casting General Anderson as a facilitator of corruption would not fly with the public given his record in public service.
The concern I'm raising is that Anderson's track record is not one full of blemish that it will be so easy to attach certain things to him. The corruption argument not going to be attached to him so easily, right? In my humble opinion, I think they've outsmarted us and then putting this man now to be a CEO and whatever. Reality is we need to ensure that the average Jamaican is saying we not care who he is. He could have full of integrity like wow. He could have been whatever. He's the man who sought out all of the hurricane relief that got it to Jamaica, whether we know it or not. So I would love for us to be able to put that information together, package it for the ground so that the average Jamaican can get that information.
Another PNP NEC member told colleagues that the ruling JLP saw NARRA's successful implementation as their ticket to a fourth term in office. He said the PNP had to play the right kind of ball game in light of NARRA's political importance.
Bear in mind that the NARRA bill is what the JLP sees as its glory and its savior for a fourth term and a fifth term and whatever. Speaking to some of them recently, some of the operatives, they see NARRA as their way out to get back in tune with the Jamaican public because they know them in a bad state, the public itself, with the cost of living and everything. So they see NARRA as a saving grace and they're going to do everything in their power to try to get whatever done, which means bypassing like our parish council, which, probably would do delay tactics and don't get it, which is why they did it that way. But safety standards and these things is a concern. So let's play our ball game of politics.
A member of the PNP's powerful National Executive Committee.
CEO of the National Reconstruction and Resilience Authority, NARRA, Major General Anthony Anderson, says his deliberations with Black River residents during a tour over the weekend are the first of a number of planned engagements as the parish rebuilding plans continue to be finalized. General Anderson toured sections of St. Elizabeth on Friday.
It's important from a NARRA perspective, one, that we have this first contact. That's kind of informal, but it also gives a chance for people to speak freely about what they think, what they feel, what they would like to see, what are their solutions. And it's interesting, we have elderly people in the community who can tell you 30 years ago things were different and so on. But we also have to impress on people that we have to go with the science. We have to look at what's happening in climate events. We have to bring engineers in to look at what's possible and how best we can put all of this together. NARRA's promise is to build back better, stronger, more resilient. And so it was a really good visit and important that we start. This is just the first meeting. There have been many more here, including formal town hall.
Black River was one of the worst-hit parish capitals by last year's Category 5 Hurricane Melissa. General Anderson's tour follows a survey commissioned by the St. Elizabeth Homecoming Foundation, which found that many residents remain unclear about the government's plans, including the possibility of relocating sections of the town. The foundation called on the government to change its approach to the redevelopment project, calling for an end to what it describes as top-down policy announcements. Member of Parliament for Southwest St. Elizabeth, Floyd Green, responded, noting that engagements would be held with residents and business owners in order